What's going on, guys? It's Stickwork from MaddenSchool.com, bringing you another Madden 21 tip. We're going to be on the offensive side of the ball in this one, and I'm going to be breaking down a really good way to destroy a cover 4 Palms defense, which is a match style defense. And so as you guys just saw, it's just will be an automatic touchdown. So you can do this from any type of gun spread formation, or it doesn't even really have to be a gun spread, just a spread formation in general. As you see, I'm literally just using the play quick slants here, but you could use realistically any play because we're going to make hot routes. So what we are going to do on this play is put the triangle or Y receiver on an out route, streak the square or X receiver going to C. They're going to leave the streak over top for most likely a touchdown unless somebody catches your receiver, but I highly doubt it. So basically a cover for Palms match style defense is kind of a unique style of defense that kind of is more so ran by like Alabama in real life. And as you see, basically how the best way I can explain this of how the match style works is the cornerback on the outside is going to guard this receiver unless the second receiver goes flat. And so if the second receiver goes flat, this corner is essentially going to pass it off to the safety. So since we have our outside receiver on a streak and we have our inside slot guy on an out route, as soon as he goes out to the flats, the corner out there recognizes it as he needs to guard him to the flats. So he jumps down, which in turn tries to pass off the receiver to the safety, which as you see he is not in any position to actually guard him since he's just running a fly route. So as you guys see, he's just going to be able to run directly by the coverage. So go ahead and do it again. Out route the triangle receiver, streak the square receiver. As you see, you can just bullet pass and pass lead up, or if the safety is anywhere in the vicinity, you could pass lead to the outside if you really need to, but most of the time it should just be a straight up pass. You shouldn't really need to pass lead in any direction. So now we can also put the X or A tight end also on an out route and streak the circle receiver and do the exact same thing on the other side, because the defense has the same principles on both sides of the field. I'll kind of show it in replay again. So again, this guy is on his out route, goes flat. This corner thinks he needs to guard the flat, pass this receiver off to the safety. Since he's running a fly, safety doesn't really have any chance of actually guarding him. Because as you see, this safety kind of sits in the middle of the field looking at the tight end. Because if the tight end runs straight, this safety is going to have to pick up that tight end and match to him. Same thing over here. The safety would match to the slot receiver, or if the slot receiver runs a slant, that safety should match on to him. Same with the tight end. If he ran a slant, that safety will match on. So it just kind of leaves the outside streak completely wide open. So I'll kind of show you what I mean here. So if we ran a streak, we ran the two streaks with slants, going to see completely different. Now I think it looked like square actually did beat the corner by a step, but that's just a speed thing. So as you see, he never went and left his assignment. He just got outran by DK Metcalf there. But so as you see, this safety did what he was supposed to do and kind of went along with the tight end. As you see, he matches on to him. This safety kind of got lost, and that was just because they have the slot corner on this side, so the slot corner just matched on to the slant, and so then the safety just kind of dropped back into his deep blue zone instead of matching on to anybody. If we would have had another receiver come over here, then he would have matched on. But so basically here I'll kind of show if we streaked both these guys, at that point that safety is going to match on. You guys kind of saw what happened there instead. So sending both these two receivers on a streak. So remember, I said this cornerback is going to guard this receiver unless the second receiver goes flat. As you see, he's going to guard him. And this guy streaked, so this corner is no longer going to stay with him. He's not going to match with him since he doesn't have to run across the field. He's actually just going to wait for this slant to kind of come across, and he knows he can pass it off to his deep safety over top. And so now this guy is basically manned up on to lock it here. And as you see, since no receiver or tight end or running back came in this safety's area, he's just kind of roaming in his deep zone. So I'll kind of go over it again. We're just going to out route these guys and streak the outside guys. And as you see, you got both sides. You can kind of just pick whichever receiver you want to throw to, or maybe they're using one of the sides, whatever. You know, if they're using one of the deep safeties, so let's say they're using the left's free safety here. So we hike the ball, we see they're using that left side safety. We're just going to go ahead and throw it to the right side then. And then vice versa, if we hike the ball, or if you have identifier, you can obviously see. But if you see they're using the right side safety, go ahead and throw it to the left side. Now I'll just kind of show you guys, so even if we came out in 4 verts, obviously it's just the hot routes, so the play itself is still going to work. That won't make a difference. I'm actually going to go ahead and go through, we'll go through a different formation that's also similar. So gun doubles offset, same type of thing. It's a spread formation. So basically with this, with the tight end actually on the line of scrimmage, you're going to mainly only be able to do this to the left side. As you see, still work to that left side of the field since the slot receiver is right there. I'll go ahead and do it again. It shouldn't work to the right side because the tight end is too far in. He should essentially get picked up by the linebacker. So I'll kind of go ahead and do it just so you guys can see. It shouldn't work on both sides here. So as you see, he actually played him. And so again, the reason why he played him is because, I'll show it in replay, the tight end is just too close, too far inside. So he's already running with him long enough to where he's not going to match on to somebody underneath who also already got matched on by the linebacker. So when he's out wider, like the slot receiver, and they go to the flats, they're not going to match on because that's not technically their responsibility in a defense like this. So again, they're out more wide. That linebacker's not going to match on then. And that's going to be an auto touchdown. So show it just one more time so you guys really kind of get the understanding. So right here, when they're out wide, this linebacker is going to have this tight end. If he goes anywhere towards the inside, if he streaks, he's going to pass it off to the safety. he goes to the outside, he's passing it off to the corner, and the corner is passing this man off to the safety. So as you see, he goes flat. The linebacker doesn't cover him. He awaits, looking for the running back to possibly come out. A receiver over this side to come across on a drag or a slant. Obviously, we're not doing either of those, so they kind of just sit there and they're beat. And the defense gets exposed. So anyways, guys, that is a way to kind of destroy a cover 4 Palms defense. So as always, guys, it's Stickwork from MaddenSchool.com. Hope you guys enjoyed this tip.